early breaking news developments that have been seen forming shockwaves throughout the nation come as details have been revealed in a disconcerting circumstance that is linked to the family members of one of the highest-ranking members within the ANC. All have been alarmed by the developments as the people are demanding the truth, while the leadership is trying to find direction, as the analysts are racing against the clock in attempts to determine the impact that such circumstances may hold. This is an ongoing development that has actually struck at the very root of the political environment prevailing in South Africa at the moment. Before any analysis can be done on the extent of the details available, it is advisable that the viewer subscribes and turns on the notification system to stay with us through the explanation that follows. South Africans woke up to a news report that many have depicted as disturbing and unexpected, one that is focused on private matters related to a highly influential leader of the ANC. The fact that it is still early days, and that the community is yet to make meaning out of these claims, is largely not relevant to why there is such a remarkable response. It is because these claims are related to a leader who is highly influential politically. There was intense debate and speculation on social media hours after the issue surfaced. The opposition parties made urgent statements, and there were increasing calls for accountability and an openness that had been lacking until now. The degree of anxiety created by this issue has significantly escalated and does not seem to be easing off. What began as a domestic issue for the Zuma family has now escalated into a political crisis, one which the ANC had hoped to steer clear of during a racially volatile time for the political party. The incident has brought to light a rift in the leadership regarding whether to stand by the party's reputation or address this incident publicly. Sources within the ANC are indicating that the leadership of the ANC has been holding closed briefings ever since the early hours of the morning. Various people are even calling for urgent damage control to occur, while others feel that the issue should be addressed head-on before there is even more loss of public confidence. Contributing to the tension is the fact that the topmost leadership of the ANC is associated with the issue. There has been a public reaction that is filled with anger, disappointment, and fatigue. This is because, to a large extent, this development comes across as yet another story in a long history that is filled with scandal and unresolved stories that are associated with those in governance. However, communities are disappointed in the fact that personal issues with potentially public repercussions have remained beyond scrutiny for far too long. Political analysts have pointed out that the lack of confidence in leadership, already low, is threatened with another blow as events continue to unfold. The current news about the report has again brought the issues of integrity and accountability into the limelight. It again raises the relevant question of the level of integrity that political leaders require when they involve their personal and private issues with their national responsibilities. The ANC leader involved in the recent turmoil is undergoing intense and rare scrutiny. According to sources, the concerned leader has become even more distant, and even their longtime associates are unwilling to make their voices heard. The increasing silence from their offices has further raised speculation surrounding the matter. The opposition parties are calling for immediate clarification and intervention by the parliament. Opinion among legal analysts is emerging over whether a particular aspect of the document may have implications other than those of public opinion. The ANC is also already struggling with internal conflicts and a lack of public confidence. It is now faced with another destructive storm that is threatening its integrity. The ANC is faced with a critical moment, whether to remain committed to its leader until all the facts are clear, or to create a distance in a bid to preserve the organization. Aligning oneself with the leader could make the party vulnerable to claims of covering up the wrongdoings. Alternatively, taking a distance could see the existing rifts within the ANC continue to open up even wider. This delicate tightrope walk is expected to play a major role in the future actions of the ANC even in the approaching elections. As the whole nation waits with bated breath, the hours tick by, adding to the mounting pressure on the ANC to act. The people have asked for clarity. Experts have demanded that the ANC be transparent. Its detractors have demanded accountability. Within the party, the questions are mounting, while the answers trickle in. One thing is certain, this particular story will not fade away anytime soon. The demand for information from the general public has reached a critical stage, and the absence of a detailed reply will only go towards fueling suspicions. The longer this riddle goes unsolved, the more the political climate in South Africa will be endangered. The economic confidence could also be affected. The civic engagement may take different unpredictable turns. The trust deficit can further decline. Based on different forthcoming information, the scenario may bring a different dynamic to power circles in important leadership groups. This could be a sensitive time for the nation, with each new finding having profound implications for politics. The choices made in the days ahead could impact the perceptions of the populace for years to come. This case is just the beginning of an even larger story. As the investigation gathers momentum and the pressure from the political arena increases, the coming days shall bring forth revelations and implications. Today, the question the world begs of South Africa is whether it shall be faced with the truth regarding the scandal, which shall be addressed in the open, or managed behind the closed doors of politics. Each choice has ramifications which the country, and for that matter, the ruling administration, will have to face. This has to be one of the most disturbing developments in politics this year, not just in terms of size, but in terms of the way in which very private matters have mixed with very public needs. As the citizens struggle to digest this news, one thing is plain: this tale has nowhere near ended. We make sure to subscribe, have the notification button turned on, and that you all stay with us for any updates, clarity, and updates. The whole country is observing, and we shall continue to bring out the facts that come along.